twisted my ankle. Does anybody know first aid? Hello guys, welcome back or to the channel. Yes, I'm okay, but did somebody say first aid? Hey guys, as you know, I like to goof around on my channel. I like to dance, I like to put panda ads on, I like to do all that fun stuff when we're camping. If you've watched my videos, you would have seen that. If you haven't, why not? I'm just joking. The one thing I do take seriously though is first aid. I believe everybody that goes camping or is out and about in the wilderness or anything like that should always have some type of first aid with them. I'm going to be honest, I used to be a first responder, so my first aid kit is probably a little bit overboard compared to what you actually need. But we're going to go through it because you might have some ideas on how to build a first aid kit or what your first aid kit already has in it. Maybe you want to add into it. So let's take a look, guys. Oh hey, first let me apologize if there's a bit of an echo or if you hear some cars in the background. I'm in the shop today. It's not very nice outside. Let's take a look, see what we got. So right away in top that I have, always have gloves. You never know when you're going to need them. There's many different purposes for gloves, not just for putting on your hands. When I was a first responder, I used to wear this on my belt. It just has some pens, scissors in it, CPR mask, stuff like that. It's always good to have. You never know when you'll need those. But the type of stuff you're probably going to need the most, which isn't even a basic first aid kit, is going to be band-aids, all that type of stuff. So in the top here, I've got everything from alcohol swabs to all different sizes of band-aids. You name it, it's in there in case it's needed. Everybody gets little cuts when they're out camping or out and about. On the very top of my bag, I have a CPR ventilating mask. It's in here, it's sterilized, and it stays in here unless I need it. I keep everything in here nice and sterilized, guys. The one thing that I won't open for you is actually, it's a manual respirator. So it allows you to use the bag. If you can't use one of these anymore, you're out of breath. Plus when a paramedic gets there or you get to a paramedic, the line's hooked directly up to oxygen. Always carry regular just wool gloves in there. If my hands get cold, if I'm doing CPR or anything, you want to make sure that your hands stay warm even if they get down. One of the other things that I carry is a splint. It's just one of these quick splints. That way you can bend it any particular way you want it, whether it's for a wrist, an ankle. If you have a few of them, you can do a knee. I actually have a hard splint as well. I've already kind of formed for a wrist. So all you have to do is put this on, wrap a tensor bandage around it. That way you can stabilize the wrist if you have to. I always have saline. I have lots of saline in here. It's better than water if you have to rinse out a wound or anything like that. You've got it here. I always carry soap. This is medical soap. If you have to wash up your hands or you get something on your hands and you need to clean them very well and sterilize them, right? Medical soap is one of the best ones you can get, and it's not really expensive. If you don't have medical soap, alcohol, rubbing alcohol, anything you can get your hands into will help you. I do have some airways. For some of you that don't know what these are, if your throat starts to close up or something like that and you can't get air into your patient that maybe you hurt or swallowed something, as long as you know you've tried to get it out and everything first, because that's important, you got to get it out. If something's blocking there, you got to get it out. And then if it's still closed after that, you can put an airway in. But there's always different sizes for different sized people. Alcohol spray, stuff like that, again, like I said. I always have bandages and I always have drainage pads. So if there is a wound or it's cut, it's going to bleed or anything like that, you want to wrap it around it, you want to contain it, you want to keep it dry as possible and clean as possible, so you can never actually have enough of these. More of them, of course. This is a common one that happens when you're camping. You get dirt or dust in your eye or something like that. You need to get it out. These little saline bottles are great for that because then you're not opening up your great big bottle of saline. You can actually just put it right in there, either with an eye cup to rinse your eye out, or you can actually squirt it right in there. A little bit of cotton swabs as well. If you have to invert the eyelid to get it out, you can, but you also want to know how to do that because it can make your patient a little uncomfortable. Slings. There's a pile of them in here. They come in so many different ways that you can use these. You can use them for slinging an arm. You can use them for putting a bandage on. You can use them for tying splints to a leg, an arm, or whatever it may be. A wound on the head where you got to put a lot of bandages on. Slings work great for tying it up. Plus they're sterile already in the package. You always want to make sure this stuff stays closed and clean. Always have cold packs as well as warm packs. Sometimes you need to put some ice on it right away. A lot of us will have it in a cooler, put in a Ziploc bag, bring some swelling down if there's a twisted ankle or something like that. But these are awesome. All you do is pop them, shake them up a little bit, and they get really cold really fast, and they last quite a while. Tensor bandages, piles of them in there. Just as good as the slings, but if you actually have something that's got a sprained ankle or anything like that, you need to put some pressure on it, or you've got a wound, you need to put a little bit of pressure on it. Tensor bandages are great for that. I always carry a couple masks as well. These are just to put on your face. Heaven forbid somebody's sick or throwing up or anything like that, you want to put that in there. There's also some eye protective in here or safety glasses in here as well if you need to use those. Like I said, guys, this is overboard for what you generally will come across when you're camping or out on the road, but I've got it. It's always in the truck. I never leave home without it. So there's also some disinfectant in there. We've got a pile of emergency blankets and emergency ponchos. If it's raining, you need to cover yourself. You need to cover your patient up there until help comes. It's always good to have one of these as well. All it is, call police or call for help. It's just something that you put on your truck, your car, your van, whatever you may be, just to have it there. In the front, there's other stuff in here I keep. I always have flashlights. I always have batteries that haven't been opened yet, so when you need them, they're there. I've got scissors, I've got tweezers, I've got tongue depressors, I've got pens, I've got more pads than you know what to do with, more band-aids that you know what to do with. The other thing I always carry is a good first aid book, whether it's level 1, 2, 3, whatever it may be, because like I said, I used to be a responder. Get a good book. Heaven forbid you're out there, you don't know how to take care of something, everything from a sprain, everything from anything that you can possibly think of, a bite, it's all in here. Somebody actually cuts off a finger, what to do. It's in here, it's good to have. It never hurts to be prepared, guys. This is one thing I take extremely serious. When we're camping, we're out and about, even gone for the day, I always have this in the truck. You never know if you're gonna need it. You may need it for yourself, you may need to help a complete stranger. You wanna be there, even though you're there to have fun, you wanna be prepared, you don't want anything bad to happen that will wreck your trip. Like I said, guys, I always carry a first aid kit. Back in the truck it goes. Hope you enjoyed this video. Even though my first aid kit is definitely overboard for most cases. If you don't have a first aid kit, build a small one. Really, that's all you need. As long as you have some band-aids and stuff like that, that's really what you need. But if you like this video and I gave you some ideas of what you could possibly put in your first aid kit, or what you think I should have in mind, even though I didn't take everything up, please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for the next video that we put out. Until next time, guys, that's it, that's all. Hope you all had a ball. I am out of here.